I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5-Star Frogcast.
That's right. This is for the Memorial Day Raw, where none other than
John Cena!
This meme is dead.
Hey, don't you say that.
This meme is dumb.
It is kind of
This
dead.
is overdone.
Hey, it's better than Pepe. It's better than the sponge.
Anyway,
it's better
so
than
look.
the SpongeBob thing.
Oh, the caveman SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Okay, some of them are really funny. But anyway, this is not a meme podcast. This is the 5-Star Frogcast. And no, this is not a podcast about excellent frogs, but this is an excellent podcast about wrestling.
Preach it, my brother.
Oh, my
testify.
brother. Oh, my brother. Oh, my
Oh,
brother.
my brother. Testify.
Testify.
Also,
It's been a
guys,
while.
this is also the podcast where the mark meets the cross. We wrestling fans are also Christians sometimes, and we're here for people who are in either camp and want to learn about either camp because we're campy. Also, at the end of every podcast, we have prayer, and please let us know if you have any prayer requests. We would love to hear from you, and would love to hear any questions you have about faith or anything like that. We could maybe have a discussion day if we actually get any questions. That would be great. Be
Anyway, as you can see, we've moved to YouTube.
Yeah. Well,
So-
hold on. Is this going to be the transitional?
This is the
video?
transition.
Have
This
we-
is
have-
our...
Are we going to put up an announcement?
No, I'm literally just doing it.
Okay, so Twitter is going to have to be on fire for a little while.
Yeah. So, hello.
Hashtag move to YouTube.
Yes.
Hashtag move to YouTube.
We are moving to YouTube. 5-Star Frogcast is no longer okay. There's some things still being worked out, but for the most part, we are moving over to YouTube
Yes.
because SoundCloud is expensive, and I am a
Yes.
college student with hardly any money and no car. So,
Plus, YouTube has a bigger community. No
and
offense.
it also gives us a bigger area to work with. We'll be having more things coming in later dates. We'll be trying to do Let's Plays. We are doing a little surprise with the news of the brand split. We'll be doing that.
Yeah, that will be in a
fun.
podcast to come. Do
Yes.
not worry about that.
So, yeah. And if you have any questions or remarks or complaints about how we're changing the format, that's fine. You can write in to 5-Star Frogcast 2. That is the number 2, not the word 2 of either grammatical correction. So, if you want me to continue to upload newer episodes of reviews onto SoundCloud, that's fine. Just realize I will now have to delete the older episodes.
So if they want to leave a remark, they can just leave comments on the video.
Yes. So, if you want to complain on YouTube, you can. If you want to like us, you can now. You can thumbs up the video. You can subscribe. So, we have whole new avenues for everybody to either troll us or not. So,
However, we do want to say we do support feeding the trolls, and
I heard they like graham crackers.
we do hear they like graham crackers
That's not true. I lied.
and peanut butter.
So, yeah. So, I just kind of want to cover something really quickly. It's been a while since we have done a show. When was the last show we did? It was some random
Oh my gosh,
Raw, was it?
It was about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It was after Payback. We did Payback, didn't we?
Yes, I believe we did.
Did we do Extreme Rules?
No,
We did not do Extreme
We
Rules.
didn't do
Payback.
Extreme
We
Rules.
did do
So
Payback.
we did
So it's
Payback.
been about 2 months almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So sorry about the delay. A lot of things have happened. No Crook graduated.
Yeah, buddy. I'm a fresh out of college trying to figure my life out person.
I'll be there soon. So, while he was sobbing in the corner and trying to figure out what to do with his life, I was trying to figure out where to live and find a job.
Yeah.
So
we're both pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
we've been working hard.
We're hardly working. Hey, well,
Hey.
you've been working hard.
I work 40 hours a week,
Yeah,
which is nice.
guys, Capone here is the real MVP. Show him some love, even if you don't like our podcast. Just show him some love.
So, that is our apology for not uploading. We're going
Kind of a bad
to.
apology.
I'm sorry.
We're so sorry.
So sorry.
So sorry. That was actually really good. That was a great harmonization.
I enjoyed that quite a bit. Too.
We might have to do like
a duet
sometime. I would really like that.
if only I could actually sing. So
come on, whatever. All right. Back to the actual podcast. Sorry, we.
So there's the apology. Yeah, we've been busy. Yeah. So wrestling news. The draft is happening.
Okay, before the draft, Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and tackle these while we can.
Okay.
So Cody Rhodes asked for his release from WWE. So did his wife?
Yes.
His wife also asked for her release, and they were both released from WWE. His wife, I think, was like an interviewer.
Announcer.
Okay, a ring announcer. And then...
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember if we covered the other list of people they dropped.
We lost Damian Sandow, Hornswoggle, Santino, who I already thought was let go.
Yeah, same actually.
There was just a lot of people who were let go in this past. There was the girl from Tough Enough. She was let go. I can't remember her name. I don't she's the person. Okay, so if she hears this, I highly doubt she will. She doesn't like cyberbullying, and she says if you like cyberbully her or something, then you're just like it's bad. But you're just a loser who lives in his mom's basement. That's a tweet she said.
I wish I lived in my mom's basement. That'd be cheaper.
Oh, I know. So, she once tried to pin someone while they were on their stomach while doing splits on their back. Oh. So, tell me, who's the loser here?
Who's
okay, fine. You were getting paid to look like a loser on television, but nonetheless, I am a smarky loser on the internet, and I will be proud. So,
smarky's a stretch.
Anyway.
Oh, guys, apparently Goldberg is going to be on 2K16 or 2K17. And okay, so this happened with Sting, not last year, but the year before. And they're like, "Oh, hey, Sting's going to be on this," and then he came back. And so I'm wondering if they're going to do that with Goldberg, not because of the trailer commercial for it. I don't care if they had a picture of him going to Suplex City. I thought that was lame. I don't care. My point is, they have this character who they don't technically own because they released him, and they're bringing him in for a game, just like they did for Sting. And I don't know. I'm guessing
Sting was already signed.
I think he was signed, but he had not showed up yet.
So,
which makes me think that they might be signing Goldberg as well. Or they have signed Goldberg. They just haven't released it.
The Miz is filming Marine 5, and we'll get to that later. So, also, Cody Rhodes, his first match, I've been informed about this. This is from a page that I follow with the wrestling news. His first match outside of WWE is against Kurt Angle.
Where?
I forget what.
It's not in TNA, because he left TNA, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Where's he at?
Some local thing. It's a bigger local, but I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's PWG, but it's something like a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla event or something.
I really want to try to find this and watch it when it happens.
So, that'll be fun.
I want to see
also, Cody Rhodes on his Twitter put out a dramatic picture of his hand over like a piece of paper with a list of people he wants to wrestle ever since he left WWE. Wade Barrett responded, and his hand was over a piece of paper in the same fashion, and it said Papa Shango. So that's awesome. I love Papa Shango. What else was there?
Isn't Papa Shango in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's the Godfather.
He's retired though, isn't he?
Yeah. So what was I about to say? Well, before we
sidetrack, you're talking about news. You started talking about Cody Rhodes being no. It was before that.
Yeah.
Oh, the brand split.
Oh, yeah. So the brand split's officially happening. The thing that me and him, whether it was on air or not, we've been complaining about forever. We've been complaining about how we need a brand split for the longest time. Literally, since day one, when we started talking about wrestling together, we both agreed that we needed the brand split.
Yeah.
And it's finally happening.
It was really funny. The other day, you went through the list of things that we have talked about on our podcast, and you were like, oh, hey, look, WWE's doing all of this. And so...
Yeah.
And so WWE, listen, if you're looking for writers, for SmackDown or Raw, because, I hope you don't have the same writers for both, or else they're both going to be crap. But, if you want to do that, yeah, shots fired.
Bang,
I know.
bang.
Bang, bang. Mick Foley. I would like Mick Foley to write a couple storylines, actually. It'd probably be amazing.
He used to be in some of the meetings, I believe.
Oh, I wish he still was. But no, like, seriously,
If
Vince,
the book,
obviously our ideas have been, maybe they haven't been heard, but they've definitely been used. And, we can't claim rights to that. We would gladly write some storylines for some compensation, or even just regular tickets to events. I would be down for that. Just if anybody from WWE is listening,
we are like a press, so backstage
we're what?
We're like a press, like a press, like a news outlet.
Oh yeah, we are press.
We're like a news outlet for you guys. I notice how you pay so hard for Yahoo to announce things.
Oh,
well,
wow.
5 Star Broadcast will do it for a couple tickets. So
I said consistent.
A couple consistent tickets.
Like tickets to NXT. Well, sorry. Like I'm talking tickets to NXT, tickets to anything that's close by when we're close to it. Just
so the brand split's happening, and we are very excited.
Yes.
Now we will be talking about Memorial Day Raw. This is
we're finally there.
The 30th. Hi. Hey.
11 minutes.
11 minutes. Woo!
All right. So Al Capone here.
Hi.
He didn't watch the first part of the show.
I missed the beginning of it because of the following has been taken out due to legal reasons.
So yeah, he kind of messed up with that, but it's okay because I watched it, and some people might not like the fact that they keep having Shane and Steph come out to open Raw. Personally, I really enjoyed this week's. I thought it was entertaining. So here's what ended up starting off Raw. Shane comes out. He's in a suit, which is kind of weird because I'm not sure how to deal with him in a suit. Because last time he had on a tie, it looked really messy. And then Steph comes out, but she's not wearing a suit. She's wearing short shorts. And I was really confused because I was like, okay, are they just gonna trade back and forth as to not dressing business or dressing business? I was really confused. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I care too much.
Yes.
Comment below what you think is the problem. Then Steph essentially comes out and steals the intro from Shane. She's like, "Hey, you weren't gonna kick off the show without me," and he's like, "No, of course not."
I was already doing it before you came out and interrupted.
and then Steph just totally does it without Shane being a part of it. And then Shane does a cheap pop, and it kind of goes over better than what Steph's did because nobody likes Steph apparently. And then Steph, and then as everybody's cheering, she says, "Oh yeah, cheap pops. All right." And I kind of love how she broke kayfabe for just a second and was like, "Yeah, you just did a cheap pop. Congratulations, Shane. You're that guy.
Good job."
They keep selling the idea of SmackDown, how it's going to be live for 2 hours on Tuesday night. Which, okay, I just want to mention this for a second. I really hope they cut down Raw an hour, and because I don't think SmackDown could compete with Raw 2 hours versus 3. Or potentially vice versa, because as we know, Raw's been kind of muddy.
The first hour is usually trash.
Yeah.
That or there's a whole bunch of trash filler segments that we don't need.
And the second hour, which we'll get to that later. So they announced SmackDown, they announced how Cena's coming back, and surprisingly there were a lot of boos. Like, I know some people don't like Cena, but announcing him coming back, I didn't expect any boos. It was... What do you think about that?
I think you were really surprised because of how hyped you were for Cena's return.
That's true. I am a Cena fan. That does help.
And I think that kind of created this. Why are they booing? It's because I wrote down later, because of some stuff that happened during his return, that people love to boo Cena.
Yeah.
We missed booing Cena.
Yeah.
We missed singing, "John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks."
That's fair.
So
okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
So it's kind of like we enjoy hating him, and it just kind of happens.
Yeah. Well, after they boo Cena a little bit, New Day comes out.
New Day rocks.
New Day oh my gosh.
New Day forever.
I don't know what this promo was. It was kind of awkward, but it was also really funny. At one point they mentioned how Kofi shouldn't be a part of the new era. like Xavier and Big E because he's been there for like 8 years, and
Yeah.
they essentially call him old, and it was hilarious. And then they make a Game of Thrones reference. I wish I could remember it. I don't have it in my notes. I wish I would have written it down. It was hilarious. And then Xavier starts complaining about he doesn't want the New Day to be broken up because he knows the statistics on trombones who come from broken homes. And now statistically they're less advantaged. And I kind of died laughing at that. Hashtag divorce parents. Also, there was a dance challenge that only Shane participated in, but it was kind of hilarious seeing Shane twerk. It was probably one of the most entertaining things for the first 2 hours of the night, sadly. Then Steph gets ready to dance or whatever, and the Vaudevillains interrupt. And apparently JBL is disappointed because he didn't get to see Steph dance. He verbally says, "Oh, I'm disappointed. I wanted to see that." I was like, "Oh, JBL, of course you did." Anyway, I give the entire opening a B+ because I thought it was entertaining. Kind of slow at parts, but of course it is because it has the McMahons on in the ring. But otherwise, I thought it was pretty good. Plus, New Day, you can't have a bad New Day segment.
Well,
I don't think that's possible.
Okay.
What?
So,
No, come on. What?
So Vaudevillains versus New Day is next, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we have Vaudevillains versus New Day, and my autocorrect made me shake. Cause villains, Shave been dominating, which means the Vaudevillains have been dominating most of the match. They've been keeping Xavier from getting the tag a lot at the beginning.
Kofi.
Was it Kofi? I thought it was
Kofi.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to correct you. Sorry.
No, you're fine, man. I can't, and I don't remember who. I just remember
Yeah,
that
they
somebody
definitely held him out
was
for a while.
somebody was getting like constantly. So also, we didn't watch Raw together like we normally do.
Yeah.
We usually get together and watch Raw at a later time.
Right.
And I've never noticed how much I kind of wanted to stab myself in the ears anytime the commentators talk. I didn't take as many notes during this match because of how much I hated the commentary.
See, it's funny. I actually took more.
I have JBL is rambling too much. They want to be noticed.
Okay, so JBL probably said the most awkward thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, no.
So he says how the Unicorn Stampede, apparently a group of unicorns is called a glory. And then he makes some roundabout reference to a glory hole. On live television.
Okay.
I had to mention that because it was the cringiest thing I heard the entire night, and I was like,
wow.
Oh, and he also said at one point in the match, talking about he also talked about at one point in the match, he said, you're not trying if you're not cheating, talking about the Vaudevillains. I was like, yeah, JBL, that makes sense.
Good job.
That makes
There's some dumb moments throughout this Raw that really just kind of like made me go, you're wrong. That's not what that means. That's not what that means at all. Stephanie was was talking to Charlotte. Oh, we'll just get to it later. Okay. So there's also this good gem from JBL. He's talking with the Vaudevillains, and he's like, "Oh, this is how they look at the way he's attacking Kofi." Like he just trails off and then starts screaming about how they're attacking Kofi. Byron needs to either stop mumbling or shut up.
Yeah.
And Bullet Club comes out and attacks the New Day.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the club coming out was really awesome.
Oh, sorry, the club.
Yeah, that's right. You best not infringe on that copyright.
Very TNA of you.
Wow. The club.
Okay, I have to show you this clip. It's Matt Hardy and Jeff, and they try to make like a Lucha Underground type scene. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
We'll check it out later.
Okay.
I promise we'll check it out later.
We need to review that.
The club comes in to disrupt the match, and they attack New Day. I gave this segment a B-. There were a couple big spots that I enjoyed. I felt like Gosh completely killed Kofi Kingston when he did a clothesline over the top rope. Kofi did the opposite. I think it was to English. He did a spinning DDT that looked gorgeous. Big E also ate English because, he's Big E. He can eat what he wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gave the segment a B minus.
I gave this match a B. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Besides stupid commentary, but I'm not gonna let that take away from the match. So, next we have Gallows and Anderson walking down the hall, and Renee Young just walks up. Is like, "What's up with that? Why'd you do that? I'm not really an announcer. I'm just somebody they gave a mic to. I do whatever I want. What's up with that?" And they say that Styles is going his way and they're going their way, and they're just getting started. And Byron says something along the lines of, "If they're just getting started, I'm afraid to see." He says something really stupid. Byron, just stop. You need to
See, I like Byron. I don't know what your problem
I hate Byron.
Wow.
I hate Byron on commentary. I don't, dude. It's because he sits there and like mumbles. He tries to be like the good commentator, but all he does is mumble and be like annoying.
So the opposite of JBL, except still annoying.
They're all annoying. Okay, Michael Cole, I think, is a legitimate commentator, but he has Vince screaming in his ear 24/7.
That's true.
So that's Big Show and Apollo
Crews.
Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
Are having a pep talk. It's really awkward. Like, it's incredibly awkward.
They make a joke about how Apollo Crews is from the new era and how Big Show is from the Jurassic era. I don't know. I gave that entire promo a C. I think it's good they're giving Apollo Crews some kind of a push against Sheamus. I actually am really excited to see him versus Sheamus. I think those will be some good matches.
I think they made a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference because at some point they said that Sheamus is like an animal and he's playing one of the Bebop or Rocksteady. I can't remember which.
Yeah, he plays Rocksteady.
So I think
Sheamus
that was a joke.
Rocksteady.
I think it's kind of a dumb promo. Apollo Crews likes World of Warcraft based upon the Warcraft poster. That's totally not just promotion. I swear.
Right. Of course not.
Believe me.
Or how Kane is in a Warcraft commercial. Or
I texted you and I was like, "Why is Kane in a Warcraft commercial?" You're like, "Wait, hold on. I think you're ahead of me." Because I was doing streaming, so.
Yeah, and I was watching it on a DVR, so I was trying to. I was pausing during commercials because I was doing some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I gave that segment a C.
I give it a C. It was kind of dumb.
I liked it, like I said, because they're pushing, but I didn't like that Big Show was reading his lines. If you go back and watch it, he was totally reading. He was just straight up reading.
So
the club segment, I gave it a C plus as well.
I thought it was. I couldn't stand Renee. I don't know. I don't like Renee.
I do like Renee. All right, so next up is
Golden Truth on commentary.
While
Kane advertises World of Warcraft and robotic cyborgs. What is that?
I don't know. However, it was really weird because whatever. I don't know if it's just because I was watching Dish or what it was, but they had a commercial for Lucha Underground during a WWE promotion.
I think that's awesome.
I thought it was hilarious, but also I was like, what is this? Because it happened multiple times when I was watching. If any of you have like Dish TV or Direct TV, please comment, because I hope it wasn't just mine. I wonder if it was actually like a broad thing that was supposed to be happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Because that'd be really weird and kind of funny, and I feel like Vince might have just tore more of his hair out.
So R-Truth is convinced that Byron Saxton is coach, and if only we could have been that lucky.
Oh, wow.
And it's Usos versus Breezango. Or Febreze, as I like to call them.
That is actually a great name. I don't know why they haven't used that.
Easy Febreze. I wrote down some, like, because the match isn't that exciting. There's like hardly any really good spots.
Yeah, no, I gave it
I wrote down some commentary lines from Gold and Truth. Goldust says we have to find our chakra, and Truth replies with "Gazoon-tight."
Oh, I remember that. That was so funny.
And then I believe Tyler Breeze came over and like shouted "Hey" at them, and R-Truth just immediately goes, "Hey is for horses and not for people."
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. No, see, I almost forgot about this match because it was so short and it was so boring because the Usos go over because one of them, you can never tell which one,
Does a roll up.
Does a terrible roll up. It wasn't even a good roll up. Like, it looked so sloppy. I was like, come on, man.
This is immediately after the hay is for horses thing.
Yeah, and then they do this bad roll-up. They get the pin. Breezango for Breeze comes out and tries to fight with Golden Truth. But surprisingly, Golden Truth kind of comes out on top of that
That's
brawl.
why I gave this a C, because of how well they worked together, I thought. And everything looked vicious. So I gave the overall thing a C. The match itself was obviously just there as a filler to create more tension between Golden Truth and Febreze.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I would say all over. Oh, sorry, not all over. That was awkward. Altogether, I would probably give the segment a C. I agree, but the match itself, I just gave a D. But yeah.
At this point, I have a note that says the announcers make me want to either stop watching wrestling forever or jam knives in my ears until I can no longer hear.
Yeah, I think
it's because Michael Cole said Rollins versus Reigns, a match worthy of the main event of WrestleMania. And I kind of wanted to stab my ears because how dare thee?
Well, because that's actually happened too, pretty much. Like, WrestleMania, not this past year, but the year before.
It doesn't mean that it needs to be good.
Happen again, ever? Yeah, I agree.
So,
I had one point that happened. Commentary, speaking of, the whole knives in your ear thing. At one point, Byron starts talking to JBL and being like, hey, we should go on vacation.
Oh.
And he's just totally messing with him. And JBL just gives him this death stare and just starts talking crap to him. And so Byron calls JBL a negative Nancy. And then they get ready to announce the next thing, and JBL just yells something to get the last word. No, it was before commercial break. JBL just yells something at him to get the last word in. And then,
was that because of shoot? Oh wait, no, that's later.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that's later. Never mind. So, Roman Reigns comes out to what is the sound of screaming and boos. For some reason, I imagine they are screaming as they watch the dignity of the championship being murdered by an uncharismatic loser.
Oh, see, I heard the boos for about 10 seconds, but I guess the WWE Universe just sided with them and started cheering again.
All I heard was...
See, I heard this. I heard boo. Somebody likes to mute mics. I don't know who, but somebody likes to mute the mics.
Shouts out to Mike the mic muter.
Mike the mic muter. We know who you are. We don't like you because you make Roman Reigns look strong.
He's getting a pay raise. So, he comes out, starts saying his spiel, says, Seth, how can you be the man if you run from the guy? And he calls Rollins out.
Oh, he also calls himself not the good guy, not the bad guy, but the guy for the 100th time.
In case that never got old. The first time that he actually said it wrong.
I thought it was in case it didn't stick with the rest of the universe. So, they caught his gimmick. That he's the guy.
He's just a guy. So,
I thought Randy Orton was the guy a couple years ago.
Everybody's the guy.
Does that mean Brie Bella's the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense then. So essentially then we have this promo where it's just Rollins trolling Reigns the entire time.
Basically what would happen is Roman Reigns would talk, and then Seth would act like he's about to go into the ring and then run away.
And then pretend like he was going to talk.
And then he would run towards the ring again, and then stop. And he's like, ah, ha, 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 I tricked you. Fooled you. I sure did. Ha, ha. And, the reason why I have even more of an issue with this now is that WWE, their Facebook, I believe, posted a link to one of their articles on their hip new BuzzFeed website, which is trash. It looks like a blogspace.wwe.com. So there you go.
Wow.
Have fun with that.
Somebody's bitter.
I just think they need to make better decisions.
Well, I rank this segment as a B+.
See,
because I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting heel work. You got to look at it imagining Seth Rollins knows what the fans want, because obviously he does, or else he wouldn't come out and purposefully try to make us hate him and boo him. Like, he's coming out there pretending like he's going to attack Romans. We want to see it. He doesn't do it. We want to hear him cut a promo on Romans. He acts like he's going to do it. He doesn't do it. he's making us want to boo him more. And for that, I was like, oh, metagame. I like you. This was good. This was good.
Yeah, but let me tell you what the Facebook post suggested in their title.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Seth Rollins afraid of the champion Roman Reigns?
Here's 10 reasons why.
10 reasons why you'll cry at number 4. Wow. Wowie zow.
Something that really annoyed me with this, though,
Wow.
is to me, Seth Rollins won this segment because he kept messing with Roman and he messed with his head. However, at the end of the segment, they hit Roman's music instead of Rollins. And that just irritated me because I was like, guys, you realize who won here. He didn't have to get in the ring. He kept trolling him. Roman didn't do anything that was face. He didn't chase after him. He didn't try to attack him or anything.
He was just being the guy.
He was just standing there. Literally, he just stood there. He was just being the guy.
Just being the guy.
The guy with the thing with the face. That's what he is.
Hey Roman, what you doing? Just being the guy. He's like he's in line at like the bank. He's like, Roman, what you doing? Just being the guy. He's at the grocery store. Just being the guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's at church. Just being the guy. So, next, Lana is out with Rusev, and she says that he is the true American hero on Memorial Day. So, happy Memorial every day, everybody. And also, I'm making funeral arrangements for Zack Ryder. We'll go. It's really sad. You know?
I mean, they're literally burying him alive. It's not even a match. They are burying him alive. He gets the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania in a ladder match. And then they're like, oh, hey, next night we're going to make him lose it to The Miz, who's going to start filming the Marine frickin' 5. By the way, when he made that announcement, you commented he looked dead inside. Because he was filming
you can pinpoint the exact moment as he's saying the Marine 5. His eyes are just like dead. It just made me laugh so hard because I know the Miz doesn't want to be doing that. Well, I mean, I guess he does because he is, but like, come on, Miz.
It was so bad.
What happened to the real world?
But no, like Zack Ryder, I feel so bad for him, and even in this. Even in potentially feuding with Rusev, that's not happening. Because after Ryder loses, because we know he's going to, he taps, and it's a squash match. Oh, it was such a quick match. Titus O'Neil comes out, confronts Rusev again, which, to be fair, I really do want to see this match. I want to see Titus O'Neil versus Rusev.
I have bad promo is bad. Rusev calls the Americans cheese-eating cheese, whatever you want to call it.
Because they were in Green Bay.
I know.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Titus comes out. He walks right by Ryder, who's on the ground dying. USA chants.
Well, wouldn't you?
I would have at least called for an ambulance. Titus talks about how great Americans, because great Americans fight. And this is one of the stupid comments that I thought about. Because he's like, real Americans fight, Rusev. So you're going to fight? And then he just fought Zack Ryder. So I guess by this logic, he's an American.
I mean, he said he's the true American hero.
Like, if great Americans fight, and Rusev just fought and won in a matter of, like, minutes.
He must be the greatest American alive. See? Logically, it's all fitting together.
So Titus cheap shots Rusev because he's the good guy.
Yeah.
And,
did he really?
He cheap shotted him.
Where?
He just, bop. They weren't like they.
He just punches him.
He punches him before, like they weren't really fighting, and they weren't like Rusev like wasn't expecting it. So I call that a cheap shot.
That's fair.
He screams. He represents the USA a lot, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, that was probably a good end. JBL hates Byron even more. You know, that's just a thing.
And now we have they say they're talking about next WWE superstars. We'll talk about how awful Charlotte is for what she did because she's bad or something, or she had to cut the dead weight. See, here's how I perceived it. At one point, somebody says Charlotte really made an impact.
Impact Wrestling. Ric Flair's going back to TNA.
Yes! Get out of here.
Get out of here and
Just
go
kidding.
continue killing TNA.
So they advertise that, and then we get, as I like to call them, the Not Carlito tag team.
Oh, that's right. They had a thing. I forgot about
Says
that.
something about Puerto Rico. I saw a little Karibo tweet that made me laugh, and I was saving this to tell you, and he's just sorry. Just give me a second, pulling it up because I just want to kind of read it in context because it's funnier that way.
Of course.
Oh, those ruffians invited me to Puerto Rico again. Those, and then he says an explicitive.
Those poopy heads.
Yeah, those duties. So I thought that was pretty funny. Their entire gimmick is, hey, why don't you come to Puerto Rico? It's a pretty nice place. You should come to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I really don't.
Dropping the mic.
Understand it. I don't understand that at all.
Like, what does Vince think's going on? Like, does he really think that the entire United States is now just voting for Trump?
Camp WWE? Maybe you'll get a better idea of what's inside Vince's head.
I'd rather not. So, now we get to the Charlotte Flair segment after we get invited to Puerto Rico by the Shining Stars.
The one where Steph calls her a waste of talent.
Yeah, allow me. So, this segment was on SmackDown. LOL at Stephanie trying to make Charlotte feel bad. LOL at every single McMahon angle.
This was on Raw.
I know, no, I was talking about the segment that came before that, where they just had all the superstars talking about how awful Charlotte is.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was on SmackDown the night before.
You're right.
Or like the last week.
I got you.
So, so she's like, how could you do that to your father? And then I literally just had flashbacks to every single McMahon angle where every McMahon was screwing every McMahon over, and it was just kind of like, I was like, do you really have room to say that?
Hey,
like,
Steph, remember when there was supposed to be a storyline where your dad got you pregnant?
Stephanie says that she's not a champion. She's a waste of talent. And I go, she is the champion. She has the belt. On your official website, she's listed as the champion. You're being dumb.
Well, it's Steph. What do you expect? But then again, if you call her dumb, she'll probably just say that you're misogynistic and, played the whole "it's because I'm a woman" thing.
Also, Warcraft the movie is now giving us Natalya versus Dana Brooks. Thanks, Warcraft. I really wanted this match.
It's like Christmas in June. Thanks, Warcraft.
Wow, double Christmas.
Double Christmas.
It's just thanks, Warcraft. Okay, so now we're finally getting something exciting. Enzo and Big Cass come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at this point, I wrote down Cena's been in the ring the whole time. We just can't see him.
Yeah, exactly.
They start listing cheeses, which I don't know why that's so entertaining to me.
I thought it was wonderful.
But at this point, it's mostly because I realized that this entire, everything leading up to this point has been so subpar that Enzo and Cass naming cheeses is more entertaining to me. We got a couple haters as the Dudley boys come out. Do you have anything to say about this match? Sorry, I've been talking a lot. You can hit that.
No, you're good. You're good. Here's my thing. I thought it was kind of funny how they mentioned, people in Green Bay's are big G's who like the big cheese because they're referencing the Packers. I was like, hey, sports, cool. I know some stuff.
I don't. I don't get it.
But essentially the match starts and, of course, Enzo and Cass take control early. There's some good heel work by Bubba. I can't remember exactly what he was doing in ring, but I just remember I did enjoy it. And I actually think they might be able to pull off a feud between these two tag teams and it'd be decent. Unlike, the tag whole thing between the Wyatt family and the Dudleys, which was just bad.
Brought to you by Warcraft.
Oh, this is Memorial Day. I shouldn't joke about that. So then there's a top rope slam, which they call the rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Because that's when Cass throws Enzo on somebody. And they call it the rocket launcher now. I was like, okay, that's kind of a fun name. I gave the match a B+.
I give it a B. There was a big boot by Cass that I thought was literally amazing. Like I was like, oh yes, that was so cool. Good job.
My final comments on it was both teams looked good, made a fun match. I want Enzo in ring more, not just to seem weak. What I've noticed in the matches of Enzo and Cass lately is Cass is in the ring a lot more, and it seems like he's doing a lot of the actual damage and a lot of the actual spots, while Enzo is the one who gets to show off the other tag team more and gets to be the one beaten up a lot. And I kind of want to see Enzo use as more of a stronger character than just somebody to get beat up before Cass can come in the ring.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that most of the in-ring, I feel like, is determined mostly, at least to my knowledge of how wrestling works. I don't know everything about wrestling, and I don't claim to. So, basically...
At least not on this podcast.
Off air,
He's a smarky piece of crap.
Yes. So, they kind of decide how the in-ring goes, to my knowledge, for the most part.
Gotcha.
Unless it's like, make Roman look strong. But, so, now we have Cesaro, Ambrose, and Zayn all talking about their match. There's a Canadian joke, a Swiss joke.
And more Canadian jokes.
Yeah. So, it's basically like Ambrose is under the impression that Swiss people are always right.
Mm-hmm. Which, of course, they are. And, of course, Cesaro agrees.
Yeah, and then, like... They thought Sami Zayn was from Mexico, which I thought was hilarious.
Reference to Generico. I didn't even catch that. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I thought that was so wonderful because they all worked with Generico on the Indies. So, but anyway, they're not the same person. They just, they kind of look similar. They're not. They're not the same person. El Generico went back to Mexico to work with the Orphans.
Exactly.
So, I also have a note because of a trailer that played, and I said, is anyone else sick of overdramatic Disney movie remakes? So, we're not going to get on a tangent about that.
What was that for?
I don't remember. There's some trailer for something. Oh, it was Tarzan.
All right.
And I said, why? Anyway, your turn.
I want to see Tarzan, but whatever, man.
I'm just tired of reboots.
I thought that part was really funny. However, the next segment is what made me happy. This is what I've been waiting for months. John Cena comes out to a pretty good pop. I didn't hear anybody doing John Cena sucks.
I heard a little bit.
Really? I didn't hear it.
I heard a little.
Good,
John Cena sucks.
Good.
John Cena sucks. And I imagine a crowd of very large and different men just standing there singing like, John Cena sucks. So it'd basically just be a choir of me just going, John Cena sucks.
Also, I saw a WCPW sign. What culture? You there? We're promoting you. We want to see the pro wrestling matches. Just don't let us down. There's also a lot of yelling from John Cena.
Yeah, it's usually just like, about how he's like, it's like, oh, everybody's talking about this future that's coming up. Everybody's talking about the future. I don't know why I'm Rocky. Hey, Adrian, the future's coming up. I'm John Cena. And
he essentially says the new era has to come through him.
Yeah.
And which made me be like, is John Cena a heel now? Is he like going heel against the new era? I would have loved it. But instead, they had AJ Styles come out.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I wrote down how weird this was for me to see AJ Styles going to confront John Cena.
Right?
That was so weird. Like,
See,
I was taken back for a moment. I had to sit back and I was like, this is really happening.
The crowd was going nuts, like, for 5 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Chants
so
all around.
Chants all around. But they both acknowledged, like, we've been wanting to do this forever. So, we're finally going to do it. The problem was, I was fine with Cena being a heel and AJ being a face. Because nobody knew if AJ was a face or not during the Roman Reigns feud. So, I would have been okay with that. Instead, they have the club come out, and AJ Styles in the club versus Cena.
Okay, so hold on. You're making it sound a lot lamer than it was.
All right, you present it the way you want to.
Okay. So, Styles talks about Cena, about, like, how hard he's worked, about how he's the first person there, last person to leave, all that fun stuff. I'm sure that's true. He tries to shake his hand. He's like, let me be the first to welcome you back. Tries to shake his hand. Cena won't shake his hand at first. They shake hands, and Anderson and Gallows come out. Gallows says, we went our way and you went your way, and your way is sucking up to John Cena. And then he also says, you're kissing John Cena's butt, and we're here to, you're kissing butt, and we're here to kick it. And I thought that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so they make it seem like Gallows and Anderson versus John Cena and AJ Styles, and everyone's like, okay, this can be really cool. This can be really cool. And then I saw how long it took, and I knew what was about to happen. So, AJ just beats the crap out of John Cena.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
And then, so he leaves, and then he runs back in and just starts beating him up again, which was awesome.
He did this one more time after that.
Okay, and the reason why it's even better the third time, because it's not overdone, because as he's leaving, the refs are passing him. He goes, go ahead, pick him up. You pick him up, I'll come in there and knock him down again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made it for me, versus when Rollins was just like, I'm such a troll, hee hee hee.
That's fair. Plus, Styles actually did something.
Yeah.
My one comment on Cena is he was wearing Ellen shorts.
Ellen DeGeneres?
He had Ellen DeGeneres, like, her face on one of his buttons.
What?
And he had, like, blue... Look it up real quick. Look it up. You have a phone. Look up John Cena's Ellen shorts. I know that's the weirdest thing to look up, but it is...
It's not the weirdest thing I've ever Googled, so...
I saw it, and I was like, what is he... Why is he wearing that? Like...
John Cena Ellen cargo pants.
Yeah. No, they looked so horrible. Like they had frill on the bottom. Yeah, see, look how they had like sparkles and sequins.
I didn't
all over
notice
the pockets
these.
and the bottom. Yeah, and then on his right thigh he had Ellen's face, and I was like, what? Why, John? Why you got to do this to me? I know you're a cool dude. I know you support Ellen because she's apparently cool. She's Dory. That's cool.
Is she?
Yeah, she's the voice of Dory.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So all you people who want to go see Finding Dory, Ellen DeGeneres is pretty much going to be the main character. So that's cool. I gave this segment an A+ altogether.
I gave it
going back to the point. Yeah, but I gave it an A+. I thought it was well
fun.
done. It was.
And I really can't wait to see where this is gonna go, because I really like the club being joined together. It sounds like a generic stable name that I would put in like a WWE game.
Yeah.
It's like, they're the club
I
making their way to the ring. Alex and the club.
My complaint to you as soon as I saw it is I'm just tired of Cena being against every single stable that comes around.
Superman John.
No, I know, but
Big match
that's
John.
what happened with Nexus, and he buried Nexus. That's what happened with the Wyatts, and he kind of buried the Wyatts. This is what's happening with the club, and I don't want him to bury the club. I will start hating Cena if he buries the club. I'm sorry. I don't want to see that happen. As much as a good match as Cena and AJ could put on, which, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to be drooling when I watch that match, because it's going to be so good. Not as good as the Ricochet match.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later. But it's something I'm excited for, but I'm also cautious about being too excited for. I guess is a way to put it. The next matchup is Dana versus
Brought to you by Warcraft.
Dana versus Natalya, and I just
so bad.
the snap suplex. The snap suplex looked really good.
This really makes me want to go see Warcraft.
It's sad but true.
Not really.
It honestly was there were some good spots, but it was just too short. It was too short of a match.
The ending I also thought was really bad.
Yeah,
it was like her finisher. She got like it was a distraction, and then she's like, "Oh, I gotcha!" And it took her forever to get her on her shoulders, and then forever for her to position. And Natalya just like went limp, like she wasn't like fighting or anything.
Yeah,
she just I'm dead. The distraction killed me. So Becky Lynch comes out after some stuff.
Alex, distractions kill her career.
So Charlotte and Dana leave, and Charlotte was arguing with a Oh yeah, there was a little child that was like booing her as they were leaving because they went through the crowd, and like she got in a booing argument with a child, which I thought was wonderful. So good props to you on that one, Charlotte. So you're learning how to be a heel. And now we get a Dolph Ziggler. Oh yeah, when I tried to type Dolph Ziggler in here, it auto-corrected it to Dolphin Sawgear. I fixed the Ziggler, but it auto-corrected to Dolphins Sawgear. So Sawgear Dolphins.
Dolphins are here. Dolphins are here. Dolph Ziggler is this dolphin confirmed.
So he recaps.
Sorry guys, I'm a little bit hyper tonight.
There's a recap and an interview. He talks about Jericho's 1004 move thing, which I love. And then there's armbar,
Super
armbar,
kick.
which is wonderful. So now we have Ziggler versus Corbin. Ziggler's talking about how like this is gonna be like a new Ziggler. He comes out with his headgear on.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
This was like the best thing ever. And like he acts like he's about to wrestle him. I put he went from Shawn Michaels to Kurt Angle.
Literally in 2 seconds.
He acted like he was going to wrestle him. And just straight up kicks Corbin.
Him right
just
in the dick. We can say dick.
Kicked him right in the.
Come on.
He low blowed him.
Wow, no. Come on, say it. He kicked him right in the dick.
So
like, say it with the accent. It doesn't make it as bad.
No, that's fine. I don't really want to. So he low blows Corbin.
Fair enough.
Says he's been disqualified and the biggest loser is still Corbin.
I agree with that.
So I gave that an A because
I gave it an A+.
I couldn't stop laughing because it tricked me. I thought he was literally going to try to wrestle him.
I would have loved it, but I like what they did better.
The Miz talks about the Marine 5. You can see the pain. The heels are arguing because they are heels, lol. Because they like get together and they like argue over some stupid. I don't know. Right. It's dumb. There was a joke. Oh, there was a joke. Jericho said something in French, and then said that's French to Kevin Owens, who's from Canada and speaks French, and he goes, "I know," which I thought was pretty funny. And now we have the main event, which is Team Heel Money versus Team Face Money, which is I almost said Ziggler, Cesaro, Zayn, and Ambrose versus
Del Rio, Jericho, and Owens.
Yes.
See, okay, here's my first comment I made. This reminds me of the good old days when I would play General Manager mode on Raw versus SmackDown 2007. Where I would do 6-man tag matches to further feuds. Wait, hold on. I think I booked this once. I did book this once! I have made this match! Except replace Del Rio with Eddie Guerrero. Replace Owens with probably Big Show or somebody more interesting at the time. Zayn, Cesaro, and Ambrose. Switch them out for other faces. And I literally have booked this match before.
We're gonna make this here a straight up tag team match. Thanks, Teddy Long.
Oh, I love it. Holla, holla.
Holla, holla, holla. So the match it's okay. It's not like anything like...
I really enjoyed it.
Well, let me go over my notes again. Oh, I said this is like a classic heel versus face match with red distractions and... there's a lot of ref distractions and double teams. So I said that made it feel like a classic... like match, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
The match is pretty good. There's a step up insecurity. Step up insecurity thanks to autocorrect. I don't know how to spell. Kevin Owens and Jericho fight. Cesaro comes in, swings Jericho right into backbreaker by Del Rio.
Yeah,
Team
gorgeous.
heel wins. There are finishers everywhere, and I did give this a B, so I was wrong. This is a good match. Thank you.
All right, so here's my comments on it. First of all, my second comment after the Raw versus SmackDown thing is stupid idiot. Seriously, just stop it, Jericho. Stop, please. You're scaring the writers. They have nothing to give you at this point.
You stupid idiot.
Cesaro beats up everybody. However, I want to see Cesaro versus Del Rio so bad right now after seeing them in ring for just a few moments. WWE, if you do not book this match after Mr. Money in the Bank, I will be so upset with you. I will be so disappointed, more disappointed than normal, because these two would put on one heck of a match.
Mm-hmm.
Then there were stupid idiot chants, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
When Jericho was in ring, I'm like, ha, you guys know what's up. Cesaro did a hold slam that was beautiful on Kevin Owens. Zayn did a crossbody and dive bomb, and Owens just completely wrecked Sami Zayn at one point with a pop-up powerbomb. I gave this match an A. I thought it was very well done. So that's what I got. That's what I have. Overall, I think I gave the pay-per-view
The whole show.
Oh, sorry, not a pay-per-view. My bad.
No, you're fine. I wasn't trying to sound as mean as I did.
I'm just so used to bad pay-per-views being about the quality of Raw.
I feel like we've only watched pay-per-views with our schedule for the past while.
That's true.
So
Go ahead.
I gave this a C. I thought it was an okay Raw. Nothing really phenomenal happened. Well, some phenomenal things happened. Styles. And the last match was really good.
Boo this man.
Boo
him.
Boo.
I gave this show overall a B. Actually, I gave it a B. Just because on some of the matches I had ranked earlier, I kind of gave them higher or lower depending on how I felt. And honestly, looking back, I was like, you know what? This was a decent show. I'll give it a B because it was above average for me. If not just for the Cena AJ Styles part, if not for the 6-man tag, if not for the Dolph Ziggler heel kick that was amazing, if not for the New Day coming out and the club coming out and attacking them. It genuinely did have a lot of good moments. It sadly had a lot of generic Raw moments as well, as bad as that sounds.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm giving it such a low rating is because so many times throughout this Raw, I found myself looking at the clock and going, okay, I only have 2 hours left.
Yeah.
And kind of sighed to myself. So it's not that I don't enjoy Raw. This was just a decent Raw for me. There were so many times when I was just like, well, come on, is it over yet? I want to go to bed.
See, I feel like me and you swapped, because normally you make a lot of notes and you usually write them down. And normally I am the one who doesn't write as much notes, but I seem disinterested. And this week was the opposite. I was super interested in Raw. I was very excited to watch it. I was actually watching it live for the first time in a long time. Yeah. I actually had 5 pages of notes. Guys, I had 5 pages of notes. That never happens to me. So I was excited. I thought it was a good Raw, and maybe because I invested so much into it, made me enjoy it more.
I can see how some people can enjoy it. It just wasn't for me.
That's fair.
And I just tell us what you think, dear listener.
Definitely,
viewer. Listen here, viewer.
For all your wrestling needs, listen here, viewer, to 5-Star Frogcast.
You can leave a comment now and tell us what you think of certain areas. Yeah. Or you can email us and we can discuss things.
Definitely.
You can email us at 5starfrogcast2. That is the number 2 and not the word or any grammatical format of it. So at gmail.com. At gmail.com.
Yes.
I forgot to say that earlier. So
gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
So, dear Google, now that I've plugged your wonderful... Hey, everybody, check out Google+.
No, do not put that on them. Do not put that curse on them.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
You knew exactly what I was
going
for.
Don't you put that on us. I watched that the other day.
Really?
Yeah, with Brooke.
Wow, we are plugging so many things. We're referencing a lot tonight.
I'm fine with it. It's been a fun show.
Guys, we've had a lot of fun today. Thank you so much. I'm just going to pray us out real quick, and I'm going to tell you guys I love you. We both love you, and we hope you guys have a great week. We'll have another podcast out soon doing a WWE draft.
Yep.
And we're also potentially going to be covering SmackDown from now on because it's going to be live and might as well. So, Father, right now I just ask for all these people listening, all the people viewing us on YouTube, anyone who truly is here with us today, and even those who aren't. Lord, I just ask for any prayer requests they might have, any struggles they're dealing with, anything in their life that seems conflicting or that seems like it's pulling them closer to you. Lord, I just ask that you bless these areas of their life, continue to work in the ways that only you know how to, and continue to provide for us the answers that only you can provide. Father, I ask that you continue to build us up in intelligence and wisdom and action and in boldness. And Lord, I just ask, as a community of wrestling fans, as a community of Christian believers, you just continue to bless us and help us to become a healthy community that's not aggressive to anyone outside of us nor anyone inside the community, because that is something that's a blessing that not many people get to enjoy. And I ask that you continue to develop that here. In your name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thank you all for listening. And as always, you can like, comment, subscribe, and dislike if you don't like us. That's fine. I don't care. I care a lot. I care a lot. Oh, my brother. Testify!